I have the 3 Rocketeers. This was a Simon and Kirby comic. People don't know this, but this was actually the inspiration for the Fantastic Four. Hey guys, it's me, Simon Comics, and I'm doing a video about my top 50 comics. Now, these comics, I have more than 50 comics, but I thought I'd make it kind of special. People are just showing their 50 comics. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show my top 50 comics from the Golden and Silver Age, mainly Golden. So, let's get to it. So, I guess, yeah, we'll just get to it. First, I have the 3 Rocketeers. Here, I'll move it closer. I have the 3 Rocketeers. This was a Simon and Kirby comic. People don't know this, but this was actually the inspiration for the Fantastic Four. So the 3 Rocketeers. So, pretty interesting, Simon and Kirby. Then Kirby brought this to, and basically redid it for the Fantastic Four. Next, we have Alarming Adventures. Really nice. Again, a Harvey comic. I believe this is also Simon and Kirby. Yeah, I believe so. Next, I had to include this, even though I'm trying to keep it mainly Simon and Kirby. I had to include a revival of Captain America, Avengers #4. This one's in really nice condition. Black Cat Mystic, number 58. I really like the cover. It's black, no restoration, just that little chip and down here. It's not in the best condition, but for such an early comic. Now, we have a Boys Ranch number 2. Back here, right here, you guys can barely see it. Is Boys Ranch number 1. Boys Ranch number 2. Really nice Simon and Kirby. Beautiful red. I really like the red coming off. And I like how it fades down as you go down into the imagery. The red's very strong by the title and starts fading. Next we have Boys Ranch number 3. Really like this cover. I've always liked this cover. I've always liked Boys Ranch. Joe Simon said it was one of his favorite titles to work on. You have Boys Ranch, and it only lasted for 6 issues, but Jack Kirby, Joe Simon really liked this. Boys Ranch number 3. Boys Ranch number 5. I am missing Boys Ranch number 4. I am trying to acquire it, but these books aren't that common. Really like the yellow. And here I have Boys Ranch number 6 in pretty bad condition. We have that corner. But this is number 6, but they also had basically a variant. They did this with the Penrod, which was like almost like if I'm correct, because I wasn't around back then, but if I'm correct, this is like almost like Tide. It's like a laundry detergent. So I guess this was a Golden Age variant, you could say. Pretty interesting. And this one's in really nice condition, too. Far better than the regular number 6. Next, we have Captain 3D. Steve Ditko. Mort Meskin, Joe Simon, Jack Kirby. Really nice. This was one of Steve Ditko's earliest published works. I think the 3rd. Now, funny story. When Steve Ditko was starting out, Jerry Robinson was his mentor. If you guys don't know Jerry Robinson, creator of the Joker. So he was his mentor, and he was starting out. Jerry Robinson is a friend of Joe Simon. And Jerry told Steve to go meet Joe, and he gave him his first job in comics. So Joe Simon first gave Steve Ditko his first job in comics. Pretty interesting. Next, we have Double Life of Private Strong, number 2. I'm working on getting number 1. I really want it. I have number 2 back here, so I have two copies. This one, in my opinion, is slightly better. This one, there's a semi spine roll. I really like these Double Life of Private Strongs. And you see all these layouts. Joe Simon did a lot of these layouts, and he penciled a lot of them too. Jack, of course, penciled some, but many people don't know Joe actually penciled a lot too. Just don't realize it. That's why people say his artwork has evolved so much since from Simon and Kirby. Jack's artwork looks so different in, let's say, Avengers 4. Cap looks so much different. That's because Joe Simon would change stuff up. Here we have Dynamite Joe, number 37. Harvey comic. We have another Dynamite Joe, and I like this cover a bit better than the one before. So, number 38. And the one I just showed you was 37, so this is the issue right after. Next, we have the Man in Black called Fate. Harvey comic. Really nice. And then we have First Love. I believe this might actually... Oh, I gotta change this bag. Oh, this bag is nasty. Yeah. This comic, I believe, is by Harvey Comics. You know what? Let me check, because I'm gonna change the bag anyway. Might as well take it out of the bag. Ugh. I thought I rebagged all these. It's just really nasty. This is... I really like these romance comics. I've always thought that the art was pretty cool. Okay. Yep, by Harvey Comics, issue number 88. Cover feels a little weird. There's not too much gloss. I don't know. It just feels kind of weird. I don't know how many comics I've done. I'm not keeping track. I just have a box of comics, gonna show them off. Next we have Foxhole, number... I don't know what number this is. But yeah, the cover is torn off. The Foxhole cover that I like, done by Simon and Kirby, is... I don't know if you guys have seen it. There's the army man over here in the beach, and he said a day at the beach. He was writing to his mother. That's a classic Simon and Kirby cover. Here we have another Foxhole. This one is issue number 4. And the one before is issue number 3. So, sorry, I actually did know it. Of course, Simon and Kirby. And they really could draw everything. You see how they change from, for example, superheroes to these basically real-life portraits. Here we have a Man in Black, called just Man in Black, number 4. I believe Bob Powell did some work on this. Harvey Comics, really nice cover. This reminds me of Beast from X-Men. His hair. Next we have Girls Love, number 173. This one's has tape on it. There's writing inside. I believe this was my grandfather's. It's a 20 center. I don't think it's worth that much, but hey, it was my grandfather's. I like it. Just here we have a Going Steady. Really nice cover by Joe Simon. Like I said, he could transition from Double Life, Fighting American, The Fly to these comics, which have basically paintings on them. And now we go into one of my favorite series. Here we have Headline Comics. Helen Comics number 73. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Nice condition. Just really nice. I really like this series. I think it's pretty underrated. These are probably like $40 each, but in this condition probably like $70. But just really nice. These are well, the one behind it, this is number 74, the issue after the one that I just showed you. But this headline comics right here, issue 29, is actually pre-code. If you don't know, that means around the 50s, there was a doctor who said comics are hurting children. So they started a comic code authority. And comics before then are called pre-code. And these regulated what violence and stuff could be in comics, and language and gore. Number 75. Nice colors. Issue number 76. Again, all these are really nice. Just that little corner up there, little corner down here. Just really like the covers. Just really nice classic colors. You don't get these colors today. Issue number 77. Helen Comics. Really nice. This one, yeah, it's torn. Next we have Mad Comics number 4. This one I know was a pretty penny. This one I believe is worth $1,000 or about $2,000. Really nice. I love the, like I said, with the Boys Ranch, you have the descending of the blue. I really like the dialogue. It's nice and funny. Just like Mad Comics. Next we have Piranha number 2, Harvey Comics. Harvey Hits presents The Phantom number 48. If you look this up in the price guide, it's under Harvey Hits. Next we have Race to the Moon. I forget what issue number this is. I believe it might be issue 1, and I have 2 copies of this. Or actually, no, this might be issue number 2. And next, I have issue number 3. I really like this cover. I've always liked this cover. So, and sorry, if you hear some noise in the background, that's just because I'm filing the comics away. I have basically almost a complete short box of Golden Age comics, mainly Simon and Kirby, very few others. So and I have not 1, but 2 of these. Really like the cover. Next we have Sergeant Furion, his Howling Commandos, number 5. Of course, first appearance of Baron von Strucker, which let everyone down in Avengers Age of Ultron. So, oh, that's a date stamp of December 13th, 1963. I mean, this comic, I believe, was gaining momentum, but right when the movie hit, just like Avengers number 55, I believe the prices just dropped, because I mean, I think the movie holds up on replay. Actually quite like it. Well, I don't quite. The thing that bothers me about Avengers 1 is the costume. So here we have Spy-Man number 1, first professional Jim Steranko art. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. First Jim Steranko art, professional, that's published. I have not 1, but 2 of these. I believe Joe Simon did something on this, but I can't recall what. I'm pretty sure he did. And I'm working on getting issue number 2, but this is issue number 3. Really like the concept with the hand. Harvey hits. No, it's Harvey Thriller, sorry. Next, I have Unearthly Spectaculars. I believe this is issue number 1. I may be wrong. I believe, but this one's really... I don't know what's going on here, because look at the comic code thing. That's totally cut off. That's weird. But everything else looks in the right place. I don't know. I should do some research on that. Next, I have a really old comic, predating Captain America Comics number 1, Wonderworld Comics number 6, October of 1939. It is beat like nothing before. But Wonderworld, I believe this is the flame cover. Maybe Lou Fine, don't quote me. I might be wrong actually. Okay, these are the last few comics, last 9. Western Tales, number 21. Western Tales, number 30. I believe this is a reprinting of Boy Commandos number 6 with the cover. Remember I showed you with the Penrod. Western Tales number 33. All really nice 10 centers. Now we get to a later one, Young Love number 118, 25 center. Like I said, I am trying to show more 10 centers. Here we have a nice 10 center. Young Romance, number 75. Really like this. Like I said, I like the Young Romance comics. Now it's pretty beat, but there's something about Warren comics. Like, I like Warren comics to a certain extent. I like seeing some wear on them, but I don't like them to be falling apart. If that makes sense. Young Romance number, no idea what number this is, but there is water damage, but I don't mind. This one is maybe 2 years after the one that I just showed you previously. Here we have Young Brides, 1954. Nightmare Honeymoon, but Young Love number 61. Now, because Medarog is celebrating his 25th anniversary with his wife, just wanted to give them a shout out. Young Love number 61. Like I said, I really like these romance comics. This cover is detached. So this was my top 50 comics. I probably went well over 50 comics. I probably showed 60, 70, but 18 minutes. It is a little longer than my usual videos, but I am very happy. You could, if you want, you could count these comics too. I mean, I should, because they are really nice comics. Just, yeah, you could count these. We have Black Hat Mystic, Boy Explorers. Then we have Black Hat Mystery, Fighting American, Strange World of Your Dreams, Thrills of Tomorrow, Boys Ranch number 1, Bullseye, 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 Headline Comics, The Fly, Fighting American, Double Life Private Strong, and Fighting American Harvey. So, this was my top 50 comics. I encourage you to, there are many people's top 50 comics I really want to see. I encourage you to show yours. Shout out to JPL Flash Comics. He's doing a new series with shout outs to YouTubers, and I was in his first episode. Thanks again. he showed a Superman #1 reprint. I really like that cover. Just a really nice comic. Thanks again for mentioning me. I really appreciate it. I haven't been on YouTube for 3 weeks and I already have almost 50 subscribers. Like I said, I really appreciate it. Yeah, so thanks so much and thanks for watching. Bye.